Alright, one more video on John Cena versus Randy Orton. I think this was the 34th time that, no, well, they faced each other a lot of times on pay-per-view. I think this is probably the 33, there's been about 40 times since they both started, whatever. You guys have wrestled each other on pay-per-view, whether it be headlining or on the card. It really shows how, I would like to compare it to Rock and Austin, really, because you saw them in different combinations, but when they faced each other, you could only think of really a handful of times, and there's been about 5 times that have been so memorable that really will live on forever. Seems like that magic of Randy Orton and John Cena really, it's worn itself out. Seems like when Rock and Austin really went head to head with each other, it was something special and it was something you knew you wanted to see. Where Randy Orton and Cena, it's been overdone so many times. Considering both guys are kind of almost alike in their own way, they're very slow pace. Every match is really the same. Where the last 2-3 minutes is really what counts. But I've noticed over the past few years, really, and I've talked about this in my last video, that these guys have really changed their style up, especially John Cena. I remember times in 2006, 2007, his matches were boring. It was just brutal to watch, and it seems like after working with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, guys like that, it kind of showed him how to really just be great. And I think Cena's improved a hell of a lot. Orton, people call him the best worker in the business. I don't know how. I don't see it personally. I just see him as any other guy. But I guess those wrestling purists, those guys who are actually in wrestling or whatever, just praise Orton like crazy. But this match just shows that there's a guy. Two guys, they really didn't have anything to feud about except within the last week, and ended up being a #1 contender match. And they went out there and they put on their all. And I know this match, I think, was built up to be the main event, considering that they're the two biggest stars really on the show. But gave it to Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, which I guess, I don't know. I'm glad that the match got put on last, but the match itself, it started off amazing, but the last 2 minutes really kind of killed the whole thing, the whole feud in general. But I enjoyed this Orton and Cena match. I thought it was very good. Tables, Michael Cole doing the whole Vine RKO out of nowhere thing. It's gonna kill it real fast, just like the Fandango, da 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 da. That WWE just smashed it down our throats for 2 weeks, and by the third week, nobody cared. And this RKO out of nowhere thing, Orton can do the RKOs out of nowhere all he wants, but when Cole makes note of it and when he says it over and over and over again, that's how thing loses its specialty, and it just makes it boring. So I don't know. That's my thoughts on that match. So I'll see you guys in the next video.